Have you ever wondered what led to the mass hysteria and the subsequent execution of 20 innocent lives during the Salem Witch Trials? Picture it, the years of 1692 to 93, in the small yet buzzing community of Salem Village, Massachusetts, a place where fear and suspicion led to a horrifying series of events that have echoed through time. Join us on this historical journey as we unravel the events of this dark chapter in American history. The spark that ignited the flame of the Salem Witch Trials was an ordinary playtime of young girls. In the chilling winter of 1692, Betty Paris and Abigail Williams, two pre-adolescents, were struck by strange fits. Their bodies contorted in unnatural ways, their screams piercing the silent nights. The local doctor was baffled and could only attribute their condition to one thing: bewitchment. As fear gripped the villagers, Betty and Abigail pointed fingers, their accusations landing on three women: Sarah Good, Sarah Osborne, and a slave named Tituba. Sarah Good was a homeless beggar known for her ill temper, and Sarah Osborne was an elderly lady often criticized for her romantic involvement with her indentured servant. Tituba, on the other hand, was a South American Indian slave with a flair for fascinating stories about witchcraft and magic. The accusations had been made, and the village was about to descend into a frenzy. The accusations quickly escalated, turning Salem into a hotbed of fear and suspicion. In the heart of this turmoil, the Court of Oyer and Terminer was established, its purpose being to hear and decide upon the mounting witchcraft cases. This court was a place where reason was abandoned, and hysteria reigned supreme. A key feature of these trials was the use of spectral evidence, which was testimony about dreams and visions where the accused appeared as an apparition committing evil acts. This type of evidence, subjective and impossible to refute, was a driving force behind the convictions. Alongside this, the controversial touch test was used, where the supposed victim of witchcraft would have fits that could only be stopped by the touch of the accused witch, further fueling the fire of fear and paranoia. Notable among the trials were those of Bridget Bishop, Giles Corey, and John Proctor. Bridget, an outspoken woman with a checkered past, was the first to be hanged. Giles Corey, a prosperous, well-respected farmer, refused to enter a plea and was pressed to death with stones. John Proctor, a tavern owner, challenged the court's authority and paid the ultimate price. With fear reigning supreme, the trials resulted in the execution of 20 people, while 5 others died in prison. The Salem Witch Trials had turned the town into a theater of horror, a dark chapter in American history that still resonates today. By the fall of 1693, the hysteria had begun to abate, and the trials came to an abrupt end. The once feared Court of Oyer and Terminer was dissolved, its reign of terror ceasing as quickly as it had begun. Governor William Phips, who had initially established the court, saw fit to order the release of the remaining prisoners. The winds of change were blowing in Salem, and the town found itself awash in a sea of regret. Public apologies began to emerge. Jurors, judges, and accusers alike expressed remorse for the role they played in this grim chapter. Even Samuel Sewell, one of the presiding judges, publicly confessed his guilt and apologized for his part in the proceedings. The town of Salem sought to make reparations, albeit belatedly, to the families of those wrongfully accused and executed, but the echoes of the past still linger. The Salem Witch Trials have taken on a symbolic significance over time, transcending the specifics of the event itself. They have become a cautionary tale, a stark reminder of the dangers of mass hysteria, false accusations, and lack of due process. In our modern world, the trials serve as a potent metaphor for the destructive power of fear and suspicion, urging us to question, to doubt, and to seek truth above all else. The Salem Witch Trials remain a stark reminder of the dangers of mass hysteria, false accusations, and lack of due process. In the span of just over a year, 25 lives were lost, a community was torn apart, and a forever dark chapter was etched into American history. The initial wave of accusations, the grim trials, the heart-wrenching executions, all culminated in a devastating aftermath. This tale of the Salem Witch Trials, a manifestation of mass hysteria and gripping fear, reverberates through centuries. The Salem Witch Trials, a chilling tale of hysteria and fear, offers us valuable lessons in justice and reason even today.